Hi, my name is Christopher, and I'm the small groups pastor of a local church. And I want to give this brief video about how to use the Real God curriculum produced by Living on the Edge and Chip Ingram. So I've done other videos about Living on the Edge's material, but this one is a little bit different. The Real God workbook and DVDs are more complex. There's different sections. So this video is for anybody maybe that's done the Why I Believe series or True Spirituality and then grabs this book and realizes, hey, there's some new sections. What do I do with it all? So I want to go through this. So there's pretty much 5 different areas, really 6 areas of the Real God book. There's the start here, which is in an area that the person can do on their own time before the group. There's the take it in, which is when you watch the DVD or online video and take notes. Then there's the go deeper, live it out, and talk it over sections. So for the purpose of the small groups that I work with and the leaders, my preference is that you do really 3 things in your group. Number 1, you start with the unifying question, which is basically the question where you just start the group out by saying, hey, what did you learn? What did you take away? What did you hear that stood out to you during the message over the weekend, right? So the Sunday sermon. What did you learn? What did you take in? What was new to you? What stood out? And have a little discussion about that. And you want to do that for a few reasons. Number 1, you want people to remember what they heard and learned on a Sunday. You want to help them apply what they've learned. And it's a good way to tie that material in to the stuff you study in the Real God. I think you'll be surprised if you do the unifying question how many times that something is said on a Sunday that ties in directly with what's covered in the material. And it's also a great way of encouraging people to participate in a church service on the weekend, even if it's not at the church that everybody goes to. If people go and worship different places, it's okay. It's still good to talk about that. So the first thing you want to do in your small group is to do the unifying question. Number 2, you want to watch the DVD. And then number 3, you want to cover the take it in is the video section you want to cover. And then you want to do the talk it over group discussion. So that's basically usually 4 to 6 questions where you talk it over in your group. There's 2 other areas. There's the go deeper and live it out. Those are maybe things that the people can do on their own time. They're a little bit extra, but my preference for the groups that I work with and the leaders is just to do the take it in video section in the workbook and then the talk it over group discussion section. And if people want to do the other areas on their own, that's perfectly okay, but this workbook, it's a little complex. There's a lot of sections and things that they can go on, and I just want to simplify it. So pretty much the 3 areas. Number 1, start with the unifying question. Number 2, do the take it in area. And number 3, do the talk it over group discussion area. And any small group is obviously going to have some time for fellowship and time just to greet each other. They're going to have some time for snacks or desserts or coffee, and they're going to have some time for prayer. You can do that at the beginning, at the end, intermingle them, however you want to do it. But these are the 3 areas that I wanted to share with you: the unifying question, the take it in, and the talk it over. And my prayer for you is that this material, the Real God, which is fabulous material by Chip Ingram on the attributes of God, I pray that it will be fruitful for your group and members, and that they would grow in their walk with God and allow them to share their faith with others because they know the real God. So my name is Christopher Scott. If you have any questions or comments or things you think to add to the discussion on this material, you're welcome to add them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and hear about what you've experienced in this series or other series maybe you would suggest. So hope to see you again in another video.